gonna get awarded by, you know, this academic institution, and they're gonna give me like a prize or something. And I say, yo, chill down. They give it to a soccer player last year. So now I was asked to do a speech in a tuxedo, so that was easy, and in English. The English part, that's I think what's interesting for me, because it means that some people in the room want their kids to learn French, but they don't even speak French. So it means that you send your kid, and you even pay for this, to go and learn French and learn like past tense that you don't even know about, like passé composé, imparfait, passé simple. Yo, well, you guys even pay so that they learn a tense that is called plus que parfait, more than perfect. I love French, I love it. And you guys are just living with I was and I have been. That's it. So this speech in English is for you. You made the right choice. I mean, you know, French is a great language, and you know, it's a great country. That, you know, that's where I'm from. Thank you. I was really proud, you know, when last month, you know, everyone heard about the terrible events that happened in Paris. And I was there, and to see people marching like that in the street, like millions of people, everyone, you know, people didn't get paralyzed by it. They went in the street and they marched for freedom of expression. There was a huge emotion, and people walked here in the streets too in New York. And we stood for, you know, our rights basically, and Republican value. I mean, this has nothing to do with Republicans here, but just our value Republican. And to be French doesn't prevent us to be citizens of the world. That's one thing. I mean, it's our identity. It's our, you know, the way we cook, our humor, our culture, our strikes. We have the best strikes in the world. You know, we export those things too. Like recently, the French Prime Minister said, "La France, c'est ce mélange si singulier de dignité, d'insolence et d'élégance." I'll try to translate. France is this mix, singular mix of dignity, insolence, and elegance. Or you can just call it arrogance. It's a territory for which we own language. I mean, seriously, guys, like they never find ways to translate in English the word art de vivre, or like lingerie, or cuisine, or rendezvous. Can you believe we own the rendezvous? That's from us. We got it. Like people use it everywhere. Or bon voyage. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. This is our motto, you know. And when I was working on Ellis Island, every day I would go there, we would take the boat, and from the boat I would see the Statue of Liberty, and we would walk, and in the abandoned hospital, you know, on Ellis Island, we were doing some pasting there, and still there, and through the windows I would see this statue that, you know, we gave to the Americans. We gave liberty to the Americans. That's, you know, that's a pretty good souvenir, and I was proud. I felt proud when I saw that. What I don't always understand is how we, you know, how sometimes people are not proud of it. I mean, the way I've traveled the world and I've done projects, for example, when we were working in the Middle East, that's the first time actually I really traveled. Because before that, the only project I have done was in the suburbs of Paris. And the first time I realized what it was to be French is when I went in Israel and Palestine, and I realized that my strength actually was the fact that I have a French passport. I could just go from one side to the other and cross the border and cross the wall that easily. And people would welcome me. They would say, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Oh, I'm French." "Oh, you're French." It was an okay thing. And then I was an artist, that's another okay thing. And I realized that it became like this thing to be a French artist was kind of my passport to work. I was always well welcome wherever I would go. went to Brazil, Cambodia, all those places. That's you know, some of the first questions people ask you. And I never understood why people in Brazil or here are so proud of their flag and we're not proud of our flag. And you know, so I hope that vision will change. We offered the world the Declaration of les droits de l'homme. I was writing this speech with my cousin, and this morning I was like, are you serious? Did we really give the Declaration of les droits de l'homme, of human rights, to the world? He was like, yeah, we did it, that's ours, we fucking did it. I was like, yo, chill down, you're born in Tunisia, you've done nothing, you know? And then the day he became French, you know, he took the legacy and he took the arrogance right in one package. But I guess, you know, we should be proud of that. The funny thing is, last month, when there was the big march in Paris, you know, people like did the La Marseillaise, and there is this really weird part that normally we always like look at each other and say, what the fuck is that little sentence? Qu'un sang impur abreuve nos sillons. You know, and people actually normally they look at each other and they're like, okay, you know, like they smile, like, I really want to say that? Because what it means is kind of, you know, we're gonna chop someone's head and with the blood, like put the blood on the field. But there's someone I've read, you know, someone explained it in an interesting way. Her name is Delphine Orviller, and what she said is that the way to accept it is that this impure blood is actually our own, is what's going through our veins basically, and it's from this impure blood that makes our diversity, that makes us all different, because purity can often lead to extremism. And I thought that this was an interesting way of putting it, because that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about diversity. We're here to raise money for kids that couldn't afford to go to school. And so it's on this note that I want to end up this little speech, is on the diversity. We should not just keep diversity on the side of the table. It should be in the center of our life, wherever we are, and even here in, you know, in the United States of America. So thank you all for being here. It's been a pleasure. Bravo Blancali for and all the dancers, you know, for the performance, really, and everybody here for the prize, the director, everybody, thank you.